Hey guys, what's up? It's Paige. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing a pick a card based off of what you should change right now in your life. So with it being Virgo season, I figured it'd be a perfect time to do this considering everybody is trying to get their lives in order. However, this reading, as always, is timeless. So whenever you see this message is when you are supposed to see this message and when you're being guided to make this change. So without further ado, we can get started with this. If you are interested though in doing a personal reading, that is always an option down in the description box if you click on my website to book a session with me. Otherwise, like I said, we can get started. Just make sure you're tuning inward, doing your deep belly breath so you can connect to your intuition and pick a card intuitively. Without further ado though, this is group 1, group 2, and group 3. So I will see you at your timestamp for your group. Get started with your reading about what you should change right now in your life. Alright, so first of all, we have the Undying Love in the Sorceress card. So what I'm seeing here is that you may be someone who is coming into the realization that you have more love to give. And thus, that is more power, more energy for you to give off into the universe, but what you can get back will be greater as well. So what I'm seeing is that you're being guided right off the bat to just kind of have a more loving, innocent outlook in things. And I'm getting more of a blissful vibe about what you should change. So when I say blissful, I mean you are being guided to have more bliss in your life, to experience more bliss. Because right now we have the Sun and we have the Three of Cups in reverse. And when I see these in reverse, I feel like you aren't allowing yourself to express yourself how you'd like to be expressed, and I feel like you are not fulfilling your happiest desires or things that will fulfill you and make you feel happy. Now with these both being in reverse, I see that this is a possibility for you. So I'm seeing that you should probably focus on working towards creating a happier life for yourself, and that can only be done with your feelings and your emotions and your thoughts, because that's what creates your reality. So you're definitely being guided to take control of the situation, to stop avoiding the good stuff. That's another thing that I am hearing for you, is just to stop avoiding things that, you know, you can control and you can change, and you're just avoiding it because you just rather not. I'm not really sure what the conflict is, but you just rather not, like I said. So what I'm seeing though is that it's time for you to stop avoiding it and to just listen to your intuition and do the things that make you feel good. You know, weigh out the options of, you know, is this going to serve me, or is this something that I just do out of habit? And this is something that will bring you a lot of satisfaction. You're being asked to change this about yourself and move into something that is a lot more connected to who you are as a divine being. Because I'm seeing also with this Chariot is that you're somebody who needs to have that connectivity. You are a very practical person. You may be an earth sign or an air sign, just somebody who is very practical and analytical and all about their thoughts, and maybe not so much about their feelings and not so much about their emotional health. But I'm seeing that you're someone that really should focus on that, because that's kind of your last piece, because you are a very powerful person. I'm seeing that with this Sorceress card. I'm seeing that you probably are somebody who had to be strong for other people and in situations that were just not appealing to you, realities that you didn't want to be in, but you are powerful enough to create a magical reality for yourself. And all that will really truly take is you kind of letting your guard down and choosing to see the bright side in things, in the light, in everything, because you have that ability in you. Like I said, you're a very strong person, you're a very smart person, so I feel like you need to just start using your heart more than your head right now, and that's what you're guiding to change, which it seems kind of stupid. Honestly, I'm a very earth signy, air signy kind of person, so when somebody is telling me to, you know, use your heart over your head, you're kind of like, okay, what kind of trouble is that going to get me into? But I mean, with the Chariot upright, I'm seeing that this can only bring you positive change, and it's going to move you closer to being in alignment with what you really, really want with your life. Because right now, you know, it might not be hitting the way that you want your life to, you know, feel and how you should be experiencing it. And I'm seeing that with this little altercation of just allowing more loving light energy into your life, you are going to be able to see a very positive change that will come very quickly to you. Now, with the Three of Cups in reverse, I'm also getting the message to make sure that you're spending time with friends. Really truly value your relationships and value the time that people want to spend with you and the time that you should be spending with other people. It's part of being a person and being, just being a human being. You're a social being. You're meant to be communicating and celebrating and collaborating with other people. And even if you're an introvert, I personally am an introvert, so I understand, but you're still being guided to really do that and express yourself in that way and kind of put your guard down and be the person you want to be on an emotional level too. Don't just do it to look a certain way and to make other people think that you're a certain way, because like I said, you're a very powerful person. So if you're not using that in a good way, you're not expressing yourself in a positive way, in a way that really does express your light, then you're not gonna see beauty in the way that you should. You're gonna be blind to it, and it's honestly up to you to make the choice to see that beauty and to see the life that you want to see. But like I said, it comes with the choices that you make. So I'm seeing, though, that this is all supposed to be rooted in love. You are supposed to be doing this to get in connection with your heart chakra and furthering that, the energy that's in that area, because I'm seeing that you are somebody that, because I'm seeing that you being so powerful are somebody that really is capable of spreading love to masses, literally. So just keep working on that part of yourself. And honestly, it should be fun. Like I said, this is all about letting loose and being creative and expressive and seeing the light in situations, because honestly, why is it always necessary to see the dark? I get that you should be aware of it, but at the same time, the brighter the light, the less of the dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can get a flashlight that illuminates an entire room, you don't need to have 3 flashlights. You don't need to have multiple sources of light. You can just be the single person that can light up a dark room. So what I'm seeing is that once you kind of harness and focus your energy and your intentions on being more positive and uplifting in a crowd situation, but even to yourself, honestly, you are going to see a change in your life that is outstanding. Like, you are going to be living a life that you thought was fairy tale fiction. So if this video resonated with you, please make sure you like and comment down below, and also subscribe so I can continue to give you guidance along your journey. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in future videos. All right, group 2, it is your turn to see what you are being guided to change right now in your life, so we can talk about it. Wow, okay. So we have a lot of reversals here. All right, group 2. So what I'm seeing for you, we're going to get started with our oracle cards. So we have start delegating, ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. And then sacred space, create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. So what I'm seeing right off the bat is that you're being guided to really start trusting your faith and to really have faith. Now, when I see this start delegating sign, I see that you may be someone who is very likely to want to be in control of situations. Now, this can be external situations, or it can be internally, where it's just something that really keeps your mind active, trying to keep on top of things. Now, with this card saying start delegating, I'm seeing that you are being guided to literally do that. Start delegating. Stop taking on everything, to stop trying to control everything, I guess, because you're trying to not only take on things that other people could help you with, but you're trying to control them as well. And I'm seeing that this may be the time for you to disconnect a little bit from the physical reality and really take time to turn inward to see what truly fills you up and makes you feel good inside. And I'm seeing that with the Two of Cups in reverse is that you may be in a part of your life where you're lacking love, you're lacking romance. Now, that could be creative romance and love, something of expressing that sort of nature, or it could be literal love, like you're missing just you're missing companionship or relationships in your life. So I'm honestly feeling, though, that it could be a little bit of both, because I mean, relationships are a part of an emotionally fulfilling life. In order to do that and to spend time with people and really get that fulfillment, you have to have space within yourself. And I'm seeing that that might be an obstacle that you're dealing with right now, is that you're someone who is go, go, go. You don't take so much time to really rest and digest your life, your information, and whatnot. And that can be really harmful to you. I'm seeing with the 9 of Swords that this can be something that really makes you just stressed out sometimes, but you're working on it. You're being guided to work on it, especially with the 9 and the 10 of Swords. Like, you are I think you're at the point where you realize that this is kind of self-induced pain. This is self-inflicted. This is just self-inflicted mental chatter. And at this point, you're kind of like, you know what? This person isn't serving me. This person in my head that is talking all the time is not serving me. And that's cool. That's honestly great for you that you are realizing that now, because it's going to bring you a whole new world. It's going to bring you something that you have been waiting for, because it's going to fulfill you just wholeheartedly. This might be a past life cycle having to do with just being greedy and not being about the whole greater good. Because with the World in reverse, I'm seeing that you may not be looking at the full picture. You may not be looking at the universal picture when it comes to certain things. And if you are being asked to start delegating, I'm also seeing that you're taking on so many things that it's not even possible for you to finish what you want to finish at this point in time, because you're trying to do so much at once. And these are all ending cards down here, and they're in reverse. So I'm feeling like you're delaying yourself from having a happy ending to this nasty cycle that you get in sometimes of just overthinking. So that's why you're being guided to create a sacred space. Sorry if this is kind of heavy, but like I said, you are always divinely protected. You are always have the option to change your life. Tarot acts as a blueprint for the energies you are giving off now, but obviously you are in control of your own energy and can change that. So that being said, a perfect place to be able to do that and to harness your energy and to realize what is first priority and what can be delegated would be through your sacred space, So this is meditation. This is going to a place mentally that is safe. And now you don't realize how unsafe you probably feel with the external world, but I'm seeing that you are somebody who is not feeling too comfortable in it right now. And I'm seeing that once you find that sacred space within yourself, realizing that you're safe, realizing that there is help around you, you are going to be able to open your eyes to these fulfilling romantic endeavors in your life. Like I said, whether that be a relationship or actual physical love like that, or doing something expressive and artistic in that kind of romantic view, it's going to happen for you once you start creating space within yourself and your own life. This is where those possibilities come into play, and it will be good for you. I feel like you won't have to worry about these situations so much anymore, and you won't have to worry about other people anymore too. I'm saying that this might also be about other people, is that you are constantly concerned with what they might be thinking or what they think of you, and just it's kind of petty. And it's not, I read a quote, actually, this is perfect. I read a quote the other day, and it's really standing out to me in this message, which is, you can't have love where there is fear. So if somebody is fearing for you, or if you're fearing for somebody, there isn't love there. Now, as much as you want to say like, oh no, I'm doing it out of love. Like, no, you're doing it out of fear, and fear is not love. So I'm seeing you might be acting more out of fear right now than you are love. And it can be confusing. I feel like in your situation, you're so in control that you may not even realize that you're being kind of fearful with your actions. But you're being fearful, I think, with best intentions, but not really realizing that your best intentions are getting in the way of just natural cycles and just natural flow of the universe. Especially with this World in reverse, I'm seeing that you're kind of blocking yourself from less work and more love. And like I said, you're being guided to take the initiative to search inward to create that space and see what you can delegate and get rid of so you have more space for other people and yourself. Because honestly, life is meant to be enjoyed. You're meant to feel good and you're meant to have emotional satisfaction that you can share with other people. But if you aren't having that in your life, like I'm seeing with this in reverse, then you're missing something very important. And I don't want you to be scared. This is going to be all in your best interest to do this change, and as uncomfortable as it may feel in certain times, just remember that you always have the opportunity to turn inward so you can channel that safe space, because it's always there. You are always safe once you turn inward. So I hope this resonated with you guys. If it did, make sure you like and comment to let me know, and also subscribe so I can continue to give you messages and intuitively guide you throughout your journey. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye. Hey group 3, let's get started with you and what you should be changing in your life currently, or what you're being guided to change in your life currently. Alright, so what I'm seeing for you right now is that you are coming into a place of a very strong will. You're being asked to. So with these two cards, I'm seeing that you are somebody who is pretty gung-ho about doing things. Get your mindset on an idea and you want to follow through with it very quickly. And I'm seeing that you're just being guided to understand that, hey, everything is going to happen when it's supposed to happen. Don't try to rush anything. Don't try to, beat to the punch. Don't try to make anything happen, because things are already happening for you. Now, further confirmation of that, you have two aces in this reading. Now, the Ace of Cups is all about self-love. This is about filling your emotional cup and filling yourself up. So I'm seeing that right now you're being guided to really just focus on this area of yourself and let the other stuff just come. I feel like you are somebody who has a lot of good things coming to them because you've put in so much work previously. See that you're coming into a change that is more fulfilling to you on a soul level, but also is going to make you think in new ways and bring you a new way of life. Now, I'm seeing that you're just being guided to really truly go with the flow on this. Now, with that Ace of Cups in reverse, this is a flowing cup. This is something that is overflowing, if anything. So if you really truly want these things to happen and truly want the best out of your life, I see that you're really on track for doing what you need to do. And the change that you're being guided to make in your life is to just let the change happen. Now, I'm also seeing that with the Hierophant right here. This is a 5. He is all about change, but it's spiritual change. It's spiritual wisdom. It's having that spiritual foundation that can guide other people. So I'm seeing that you are being guided right now, and you're asked to believe in yourself and to have faith that you're being guided in the right direction. You're doing this all to create your best life and your best opportunities for yourself. You are being guided to change. I'm seeing is something of just really believing spiritually and truly allowing yourself to openly communicate these spiritual ideas. Now, I feel like you are somebody who is very spiritual. You have a lot of gifts to give to people. I'm seeing all sorts of elements. What is really changing for you is your crown chakra is really growing. You're becoming very spiritually attuned, and you're being guided to really truly release all of the ties that you have to the physical world in unmeaningful ways and tie them to believing in spirit and believing in the divine and what can come not from what you do in this world, but what comes from what you believe and what you can bring into your life through your beliefs. And with you focusing on self-love right now, and that's what you're being guided to do is focus on self-love, this is only going to bring you a more stable foundation to help other people. I'm seeing that you're definitely somebody that is here to help other people. You like to help other people. You like to help other people grow. I'm seeing you're also somebody who is very intelligent. You like to learn. You like to go out and experience things, especially with this Knight of Wands. I'm a little nervous getting into this energy, this, this flowy, loving, intuitive, faithful energy may not be what your style was before. I mean, if you look at the face of this knight, he looks a little kind of like skeptical about it, and even his horse seems to be kind of, going back like, I don't know about this situation. So I feel like you are somebody though that is going to learn to really channel rebirth out of this situation, and like I said, really work on your crown chakra, because this is where you are right now. This is what is the next step for you. You're also being asked to change, or rather let loose on your physical realm stuff. I've said this already, but just really don't try so hard to work to your capacity. Don't try to push yourself to the limits all the time, because you are somebody who really likes to force things to happen. I hate to say it, but you are somebody that likes to force things to happen. You may not be too keen on how you present certain situations because you are so quick to want to talk about them and explain them. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but you're being asked to really like allow yourself to retain all of this gratefulness, all of this beauty before things can really progress the way that they should, because the Ace of Cups being at the end and this Easy Does It being at the beginning shows me that you need to kind of slow down your mental processes. Think a little bit before you speak, but think with your heart, not your head, because I feel like your head is not really welcome in this situation right now. It's not a rational place where you're at. You're being asked to change that about yourself. Is do not focus on the rational intellectual processes, but focus more on what you can do spiritually and what brings you spiritual growth and happiness, because that is really the key to change. That's really the key to other people's change. And I think you know that. I think you're aware that love is what's going to bring you there and what is going to be that golden opportunity for you. But you just have to really connect to your own emotional depth in order to receive those blessings and to receive the positive changes that are coming your way, because I see that you are going to be part of the big change. Like you yourself are going to be what evolves and what changes. Unlike the other readings where it was more of like an external change, this is definitely going to be something that you are going to embody a completely different person once you follow this guided change, if you do. Now, I'm also seeing that this will bring you a lot of respect from other people. They'll see that you, someone so focused, somebody so driven, somebody so smart, is going to take a step back to do self-love, and they're going to want to follow in your footsteps. They're going to see the spiritual growth that you have done, and they're going to want that. But in order for you to have people want to follow in your footsteps, you have to fill yourself, because you can't fill other people's cups if your cup isn't even full, which is what we're working on right now. So group 3, I'm really feeling that your overall change right now is just to really believe in yourself and believe in love and just allow things to flow as freely as they need to, because everything is going to happen in divine timing, perfect timing, whether you understand it or not. So truly just believe and allow yourself to follow in these passions and follow in the things that make you feel good, and focus on that kind of love that you can get inside yourself, because that's truly, like I said, what is going to bring this golden opportunity to you. So Group 3, I'm really happy to give you this message. If it resonated with you, please like and comment and let me know. And also subscribe so I can continue to give you intuitive message throughout your journey. But I appreciate you guys watching this video so much, and I hope to see you in later videos. Thank you.